I know what you're thinking right now. Tsunayoshi, you said you were going to post something the day after your last post, and you're actually posting something? I know. Yeah, I'm just as surprised as everyone else, to be honest, but let's be frank with ourselves for a moment here. If I'm going to catch up with all the summaries I still have left to do, I actually have to, do them. So here I am, doing them! Fuck yeah, here we go! Chapter 297! Now, I'm not the type to rag on manga art that much, mainly because even the blankest, most poorly drawn panels in manga named after orange ninjas and cleaning supplies are still leaps and bounds better than anything I'll ever be able to produce. But compared to 296, the art in 297 kind of, well, it leaves a little to be desired, considering everyone in the first panel on the first page looks like they're going, "Hey guys!" Amano, I think, needs to lay off the late night snorting illegal substances with her fellow Jump authors. It's kind of starting to give her the shakes. The shock of the lopsided line art in the first page collides with Tuna the way Yamamoto collided with an invisible wall about a zillion chapters ago, and he either finds himself suffering short-term memory loss or begins to honestly believe he's trapped in the movie Memento, because he feels the urge to establish once again that yes, the Shimon family was responsible for the puppies up Yamamoto's butt. Yes, Tuna, tell us something you didn't already say a whopping 1 chapter ago. As it turns out, the Shimon family's plan was to lovingly ass-pound the Vongla from the very beginning, and what better way to slap some balls in between their legs than to give them a shiny brand new set of rings. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Shimon rings, sprung like happy daisies out of the tomb of Shimon Primo, after the mysterious earthquake that rocked Japan after everyone's favorite gay mafia blasted back into Namimori after epic battles with epic faggots. But Shimon family, what part does gay AIDS play in all this? Enma has an answer for you. Here it comes. Ready? Unlike the Bongolo rings, which came ready for use right out of the box, the Shimon rings need the power of gay AIDS, otherwise known as the blood of Shimon Primo, to unlock their full potential. Yeah, that's right. The Vongola's sin is actually the blood of Shimon Primo. The plot points keep dropping like Tetris blocks on hard mode, and the ninth is a little slow on assembling them, because of course he had no idea any of these Shimon blood shenanigans were afoot. The only thing he heard from the 8th is that the sin was blood the family got back in Nam. He can throw it in the storage and forget about it for a few zillion centuries. Tits McJiggly Breasticles claims that the 9th doesn't know not because he's old and senile and confused, but because Vongla Primo did his damnedest to hide the origins of the sin. And, well, it's kind of hard to argue when you have knockers that huge wagging in your face. And Boobzilla's knockers say we need more exposition, so here we go! Time for more expository panels! There will be a test after all of this, so be sure you're taking notes. A long, long time ago, in a boot-shaped country far, far away, there were 2 mafia families, the Vongla family and the Shimon family, and they were shining examples of butt-buddyism. One day, Vongla Primo got really fucking drunk and decided that it was a really good idea to try and conquer all of Europe. In his drunken stupor, he wrote a letter to his bro Shimon Primo telling them to bait some other nameless mafia family so the Vongla could, do something vague and indeterminate. Vongla Primo meant to write, "Bring like 5,000 hoes with you," but because he was drunk, illiterate, and short, he only managed to scribble, "Bring like 50 hoes," before he owl-mailed the letter to Shimon Primo. What was born of this ill-begotten letter was the Mafia's first typo-induced tragedy, in which Shimon Primo and his 50 hoes got thoroughly pureed, and the survivors cast as traitors to the Vongla, leading to a long, long Shimon family history of writing emo poetry and live journal posts with the comments disabled about how none of the other Mafia families liked them anymore. Suna puts the brakes on the long, drawn-out string of "Let us explain our pain to you!" saying that, hey, alcoholism totally does not run in my family. Come on, guys. Jado and I are BFFs. You wouldn't do shit like that. Which only makes everyone present pause and go, dude, Suna, you sure you haven't been hitting the bottle because you just said you're BFFs with a guy who's been dead for like a bajillion years? Enma, tired of hearing his ex-boyfriend's drunken ramblings, throws down the gauntlet, irony intended, and declares full-on gay mafia war on the Vongla, saying that he'll gather all the mafia in the world using the hypnotic powers of the flaming chicken on his forehead and rule over them, which is just sort of maybe a little bit different from saying, "I want to run away from the bad mafia man!" But I'm pretty sure Amano's banking on the fact that half of Jump's readership is made up of sugar-addled middle schoolers who can't pay attention long enough to remember what they ate for breakfast. To kick off said mafia war, the Shimon family chooses to bring out the big guns first, and by big, I mean big, because Boobzilla's tits go hyper dying will mode and dramatically explode out of her jacket, the way everyone was expecting them to do right from the very beginning of this arc. Suna and his guardians struggle against the gravitational pull of her breasts while a stream of drool leaks out of the corner of Lobotomoto's mouth. And it is on, bitches, because everyone's on fire and their confusing, nonsensical weapons are ready to dish out some hardcore Shimon vengeance. So, that was chapter 297. The downside to recording 2 days back to back is that I can't really think of entertaining things to bookend the actual summary content, so instead of attempts at witty yet endearingly conversational banter, have an image of G pole dancing. Basu out!